So first of all, can you say your name, position at the club you play for, and the club that you're on loan from?
I go by the name James Alabi, 25 years old, striker. Um, at Eastleigh Football Club, on loan from Leyton Orient Football Club.
Thank you. So first of all, how are you settling in here at Eastleigh?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, I've had conversations with the gaffer before coming here, and the players have been very welcoming and they're good set of lads. So yeah, it's been easy for me.
So the gaffer here with Roscoe as well, they're quite hands-on. Is that usual for you?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been a few places where you get the gaffer and the coaches are hands-on, especially at the level that we're playing at. I think when you get a bit higher, the gaffer like just does his bit and then everyone else does their job. But yeah, no, it's good when you know like your gaffer's hands-on and you can talk to him and you can have that relationship with him.
So what's he been saying to you so far? Has he been giving you advice on how to play or what's going to happen?
Yeah, no, it's been good because I feel like with the gaffer, not only is he a good coach and good manager, I feel like he's a good man management as well, and I think that's key for a lot of players in their career. They like to play under someone that they can speak to and can advise them when they feel like they're getting wrong or can just be honest with them.
So only 25 years old, you've had 8 loans in your short career so far. Has the loan system been successful for you?
I wouldn't say it's been successful, but as you get older, you learn to understand that you have to adapt with the position you're in. When I was younger, I didn't feel like it was beneficial for me, but I feel like as I get older, I know how to deal with it more now.
Have you ever been against being loaned out, like particularly in your career at points?
Yeah, I was against being loaned out at the beginning of my career when I was at Stoke City, and I got loaned to a few places. I didn't really want to go to certain places, and I felt like it showed in my loans because I didn't do too well at the clubs I went to. But I was kind of like forced to go, but I feel like it's not a good option because when you're forced to go, you don't really want to go there, and then when you go there, you're not going there with a clear head to do well. A lot of things are going through your mind. So, yeah, it's not always a benefit to go on.
So do you feel like you're in that bad headspace you were in, it stopped you from performing on the football
Yeah,
pitch?
100%. I feel like when your first impressions, you're like, I don't want to be here, and it plays on your mind, and on the pitch, you're not going to perform because I feel like as a player, you've got to be happy before you start playing, and when you're playing, you've got to be happy as well.
So it's allowed, the loan system has allowed you to play in a variety of different leagues and different clubs, different cities. So you probably have a much better idea of how English football operates more than most. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think I know how English football works, and I know what. Obviously, you get different clubs have different style of play, but I think there's a blueprint of how us in England want to play football. Then again, you still have different managers, but I think it's the same philosophy throughout.
So last season you were part of a very successful Leyton Orient side who went in League 2 the season before you went up. So how was that experience at Leyton Orient for you?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good because it was a good squad. We had a terrific manager, and we just had a good feel factor around the whole place, and it was good to get our end goal. We said at the beginning of the season that we want to get promoted, so to actually achieve it was a massive thing for me and the club.
So you obviously scored a few goals in League 2, and this is when we announced you on Twitter, fans at Leyton Orient were quite sad that you were leaving. So what's your relationship like with them?
I've got nothing to say but good things about the fans because I wouldn't have achieved what I achieved last season without them. Because even one thing about Leyton Orient fans, was even when I wasn't playing, they would show me a lot of love and support. I could be warming up on the side, I haven't come on yet, and they're just screaming my name. But one thing I'll say is that they really took to me because they knew that when I was on the pitch, I'll give my best and I'll try, and that's what all fans want. So massive credit to them. When I left to come here, obviously there was loads of them on social media that was sad that I had to go, but no, it's a great relationship that I have between me and them.
So we'll bring that to Eastleigh now. So recently we've had Storm Kira, Storm Dennis, cool games off, and they're playing quite hard.
Yeah.
How has that been for a player dealing with games being cancelled and these
Yeah, no, it's not good. Obviously, I got my I got my first goal last week for the club as well, so I want to go on a roll. So when the game got called off, it wasn't good to hear. But these things happen in football. It's not always gonna. We're not playing in Dubai. We're not playing in Spain. We're playing in England, and we know England weather is not always going to be the best. But yeah, we just have to deal with it, and hopefully, as time goes on, the weather gets better, and we can start playing games and winning games again.
Do you feel like these conditions can benefit a striker? Like it might put a defender off or anything like that?
Yeah, no, it's tough conditions to play in for any position. But like you said, as a striker, I'd love for defenders to make a mistake and I just get a clean slate on goal. But yeah, it's difficult for everyone. I feel like there's going to be times in the game where I want to control the ball properly, and the conditions might make it difficult. So it's difficult for everyone, but more so defenders, because once they make a mistake, it could be a chance for a striker to go and score. So
I did my research on you. You were born in the London borough of Southwark, right? And is that where you fell for football? Is that where you like into London borough tournaments in your youth career?
Yeah, when I was young, it was quite different for me because I grew up in a rough area, so I kind of had to take my focus on other things because I didn't want to get swayed the wrong way. And in school I'll get in trouble a lot, so I felt like playing football was my way out of doing the wrong things. So yeah, my love grew up from the block I used to live on, just playing in and around with my friends. And then obviously when I was young, I was in Millwall Academy, and then I got scouted by Stoke, and thank God that I got scouted at that time, because I felt like if I was still in the area, then I probably wouldn't be a footballer today, because I was into the wrong stuff. But yeah, it was good to leave at a young, because I left at a young age. I left at like 14 to go up in Stoke and digs. So yeah. That
was my next question actually. You went from North London to Stoke at 14, 15, I think. So how was that transition for you at a young age to go completely different from London to...
Yeah, it was. I think that's why I'm in a position now where I go anywhere to play for football. I'm not one of them players that will be like, listen, I've got to stay at a certain place to play football. It really stemmed from a young age. I left home, so it was different at first, but like I said, I wasn't really scared. It was a good decision because I knew I had to get out where I was living at the time. So I had to go and live in an area where I can just focus on football. So my family was really happy about it because they knew what path I'd go down if I stayed at home. But yeah, it was good. It was good to move away, and it helped me be like responsible and grow up a lot quicker.
So what was going on in Southwark like for you? Do you have any siblings, any like role models that would help you out with football?
No, it wasn't really that I had role models. It was just a case of I had to. My dad left home at a young age, and there was no one to be the man in the house. So I kind of made myself my own role model to show that I can be this person that can hold the family up and do what I can for the family. So I knew that I had to grow up quick and show that if there's any issues with the family, you have to come to James Alabi because there's nowhere else to come to. So I had to grow up really quick.
Did you ever have any doubts of being a footballer?
Yeah, you do. I think at the start you're like, am I really going to make it? Am I really going to strive to be the best that I can be? Obviously that happens with maybe you have an injury, or maybe a club doesn't want you, or maybe you're not performing as well. But I feel like one thing that's got me through is my self-belief. I always believe in myself, and I always know I can get to a position where I'll be successful. So that's what's kept me going. So I wouldn't say I've had doubts I'd make it, because I have that self-belief.
Were you always a striker in your career, or did you always think you wanted to play up front?
Nah, I was a centre-back. I was a centre-half for my Sunday league team. And then what happened, one game we won a game and I got the ball and I just ran through everyone and scored. Then after that, my manager said to me, listen, you're staying up top. It was difficult at the start because I was offside every single game because I didn't know how to play up front. But yeah, that's how I stemmed from being... I ran through one game and they said, yeah, stay up top.
So you got your first goal about a week ago now. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that pressure to score as a striker?
Yeah, 100%. I think the first goal was always the the hardest goal to get for a striker. And obviously, I had a couple of games before that where I had a few chances and I didn't score. So sometimes that plays on your head like, oh, okay, I'm not scoring. And that's what I say about the gaffer. The gaffer's a really good man management, because when I spoke to him about it, he's like, listen, as long as you're getting in the right areas for you to score, then that's good enough for me. If he wasn't getting the chances, then it's different. But you're getting chances, so the goals will come. So yeah, I was thankful to get that goal.
So Chester, you found real success, like goal scoring success.
Mm-hmm.
That was where you scored the most goals in your career. So what went well there that perhaps you haven't found in your loans elsewhere at Chester?
It's just consecutive games, really. I feel like apart from that period at Chester, my career's been stop-start. So 1 minute I'm in, 1 minute I'm out. Even last season when I was at Leyton Orient, I made loads of appearances off the bench. I know it takes a second to score, but I'm one of them players where you have to play consecutive games for you to be at your sharpest and your best to score goals. And Chester gave me that, so I felt like that's why I had the belief from the manager, the fans and myself to score that many goals. So yeah, I think that's what's different from where I've been. Everywhere else I've been in and out. Whereas Chester, I played 50 odd games, 90 minutes. And that's where I'll get my success.
Do you have a football idol? Like growing up, did you watch someone that inspired your game? Maybe.
Yeah, I've got a football idol that I've always grown up watching. Didier Drogba. He's from my dad's country. I've met him as well when I've gone back to Ivory Coast. I've met his mum. So it's like I've watched him since I was young, and I still feel like we have similarities in our games.
For sure.
So it's like that's my idol.
So earlier this season, I had a quite open session with Nathan Ashmore about some of the race abuse he's had in the non-leagues of England.
Mm-hmm.
So I read an article about you when you were at Chester that a man was arrested not for race abusing you, but for race abusing a player.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found any of this abuse at the non-league level? And do you feel like it's an issue?
Yeah, it's an issue. I think it's not only an issue in a non-league level. I think if we look at social media and we look at, I think there's something happened with the Porto player the other day. So it's all around football. And it's funny you say that, because last season I had an issue at Leyton Orient when we played a game against Telford in the FA Trophy. I got racially abused, but thankfully the police found out about the incident, and they found they gave him a 4-year ban or what is like that. But it's an ongoing issue. I wouldn't say what's best to do. I wouldn't say I'd know what to do about it, but it's an issue that needs to get tackled.
Did the incident affect you? What did you feel after that incident?
Yeah, no, it's not a nice feeling, because you feel like you've come to play football not because of your colour. You've come to play football because you enjoy the game and you want to make the fans happy. So it's not good to hear it, but I still do believe that it's a minority. It's not a case where it generalises the whole of the football fan base. It's just you get the little idiots that wanna mess up the whole day. But yeah, it's an issue that needs to get solved.
So just finally now, so what do you define as success for you in your career, and do you think that you will achieve it?
I define success in my career making the fans happy, scoring goals, winning trophies, and also being happy. I think the main thing for me is, if you're doing something anything in life, whether that's a job, whether that's family, whether that's having fun, I just think that the main thing for you have to be happy. If you're not happy, then there's no point you doing it. But for me, I know I'll achieve all my goals, and I know I'll be successful because, like I said from the beginning, I have that self-belief.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.